What I'm doing is I'm documenting internal terrorism, violent extremist conspiracy, because these terrorists are threatening me and trying to create a reason why to kill me in a torture chamber. And they're sending me threats in writing saying that they're going to murder me if I don't give them the money. And saying that they're putting me in the oven with the disabled, making all these other threats to kill. So I believe that's Bill Gates and the company in Hollywood. That's what I believe. And I also believe that that's crooked agents in the CIA. But they were caught in the act of framing evidence of an explosive, and they planned it years ahead of time. And that I know it to be true, okay? And the Maryland State Police are running the heroin capital of North America. And coincidentally, terrorism runs through heroin traffickers. But I'm making this video to document that a violent extremist network actually has been caught in the act of violent extremism, and the FBI is refusing to arrest them because it's coming through the CIA. So, and that's scary, okay? They were targeting to steal. There's police reports of this. They were targeting to steal from my home, and they stole the locket and beat it with a hammer and brought it back, but kept the rest of the jewels. And this has been ongoing, dating back as an issue for 20 years. These people have been being violent. Look. Terrorism too, but you have to understand it. They struck me in the head lethally with a bottle. They're violent extremists, and they put me in a gas chamber and altered my consciousness and threatened and tormented and harassed me till they got a reaction. They're trying to create the death penalty, and they think they can do it by using gas. So what I did was added like 5,000 friends on Facebook and made a video about it, that an active violent extremist network is actually pursuing to try and murder me by putting me in a Saul chamber. And they think it's cool, or they think it's in or something like that. I'm a wealthy, educated male. All right, I got straight A's in college. All right, I received insurance settlement through my father, was a lawyer. He's like really old now. But my father was a lawyer. He got me an insurance settlement for an automobile accident when I was young. And they told me that if I don't give them the money, that they're gonna kill me. And like all these little celebrities like Ellen DeGeneres just added me on Facebook. That's weird to me. So to say that it's not them when it is them, or to give them the control to back down on that, I refuse. Because I was approached by Lindsay Lohan, came to my house. I said, listen. I said, I can't have you up here. I know what comes with them is a bucket full of murder and chaos and terrorism. I just said, look, peacefully. I told the other one the same thing. I said, look, peacefully. I said, look, you just can't be here. And that's it. Like, just go somewhere else. Take it with you. But anytime you deal with them as murder and terrorism. So what I'm doing is I'm documenting it online that a violent extremist internal terrorism network was caught in the act red-handed on video and on picture of trying to plant explosives and to trying to run Saul chambers and to try and kill people. And what they're doing is they're starting to tag it on Facebook because they want to see who's going to do something about it, because they say nobody and nothing can stop them from killing and hurting innocent people. And we all know that Hollywood always was the mob. Everybody knows that Hollywood is the mob, but it's getting bad. Like, it's getting so much worse than it used to be. In the beginning it was bad, but not like this. They're extreme, and they're cruel, and they're violent, and they've been making videos of the people they killed. One of them was on Michael Miller's phone, and they showed me a video of torturing my little 14-year-old brother, and I am not having it. I'm just not. But they say that they kill cigarette smokers. So my little brother never smoked a cigarette. He was only 14 years old. But what they did was they blew the power box and killed the family and switched them out. And they made videos of killing my little brother. He went to private school. He's only 14 years old, never drank, never smoked, never did nothing. And said that he would have been a drug dealer. Son of a lawyer who went to a Christian university. who goes to private school, said he would have been a drug dealer and mutilated and tortured him to death. And this is a real true story. So I'm putting the videos on the internet to get it. I need as many military and police investigators involved as possible, because what they're saying, this is terrorism right here too. Look, this is the CIA coming up here threatening me. Look, on video, look. I said line F. That's the CIA threatening me. But what they're saying is that police aren't held accountable for violent extremism in America, and that when terrorists turn up, that nobody's going to arrest them, because they say they understand it better than you do, in the fact that they're the ones that did it. So I'll put the video online to document and explain what happened. They've been repeatedly sexually assaulting me. They struck me lethally in the head, or threatening me, sending me threats in writing, destroying my cars, sunk my boat. They just actually are terrorists. And I didn't do anything or say anything to them. Not that you need to, but I don't do anything wrong. I don't break the law. They're just hateful. They're violent extremists, and they're hateful. And they have to find somebody to use. And it happens in every society in the world. America's no different. So I want to get as many police and military investigators involved as possible, because I absolutely have to be sure that these violent extremists aren't going to hurt anybody else. It's very, very serious issue. So I'm going up here, and I'm on the way back where I'm going, but I'm putting a video online just to let you know that an active terrorism network linked to Hollywood of violent extremists was caught red-handed in the act on video uploaded online. And they're trying to cover it up, and I said no, absolutely not. I'm not letting you cover that up. They've been killing and hurting innocent people and switching out their identities for over money. And it's the mafia, it's the mob. Is the police, always has been since the beginning of time. So I'm putting the videos on the internet so everybody understands, explains what happened. That this was a violent extremist terrorist network that was caught, convicting evidence shown, that was caught in the act of framing explosives years ahead of time. And conspiracies they made from the start, and it's coming through the heroin trafficking that's controlled by the Maryland State Police is the only common denominator in a situation. And what they do is they'll send people in NASA shirts up to you, and that is homicide. That's how that they do it. I saw one standing at the end of the driveway before the power box blew. But they're a violent, radicalist, extremist, dangerous organization, and they're trying to rise above the law. So whoever gets this, whenever you get it, get as many. I put it in writing and put it online. Get as many military, police, and professionals involved as possible, because the evidence is there to convict people of violent extremism in America, and it is spreading rapidly, and it is going on. That salt chamber, movies, ideology becomes society. Salt chambers are going on, and they're really doing this to people, and the evidence is there to convict before it's too late and it takes hold, because eventually it will, and won't be able to stop it. The evidence is there to convict. Anybody will make the movies. That's not hard. The evidence is there to convict these people in this company in the military of violent extremism, and acts of internal terrorism is all the same thing. So my name's Aaron Thompson. I'm from Queenstown, Maryland. I was born November 5th, 1987 in Silver Spring. I went to Kent Island High School. I'm a nice man. I don't do anything to anybody. I don't bother anybody. They're violent extremists. And they told me that they're going to kill me specifically only because that's me. And that they're going to create the reason why that they did it, and say that I'm under investigation for the things that they did. So in the start, it was different than it is now. But the videos online to prove a purpose and to prove a point that I'm not tolerant. I do not back down to terrorists. I'm not scared of them. What are you going to do? You're going to torture me? You're going to kill me, huh? All right. Yeah, okay. But it's in writing online for the courthouse. I sent it to started with the county to the state, only to find out they were doing it. Then the federal government refused to arrest them for it because they were police and their network was too advanced. So that's when I told you that you killed innocent people and you're a terrorist, and that the evidence is there. So I put it in writing and spread it all the way across the country. I appreciate anybody who can help me out, get as many people involved as possible. Will overthrow they're terrorist act. But if not everybody's involved, then they'll just cover it up at one different courthouse. But if enough courthouses and enough people